Hello all you shining stars, welcome to my channel Shining Star Soup. In today's video, it's a bit of a different video. I'm doing a Q&A. So I reached out in my community tab just for people to ask me questions that I would make this video and answer them. My headphones dropped. I am interrupting the video because I just finished filming my Hello Kitty unboxing. It uploaded on Monday the 3rd, and I just noticed that the Bargain Huntress, hi girl, just got a question in there, and it was after I filmed the majority video. Anyway, her question was, does your family know about your channel, and are you open about it with coworkers, neighbors, and friends? For the most part, yeah, my family does know about my channel, and some of my coworkers, like, I guess I am, and like my neighbor, however, she has no idea, and my friends definitely. So yeah, I guess I'm pretty open about my channel. Thanks for the question, Tina. All right, now back to the rest. And I want to thank everybody who did ask questions. I'm going to have my little stars as well as who asked on the bottom left of the screen here. So let's start with Lorenda in London. She asked me, do you have kids or just fur babies? And what made you decide to create a YouTube page? So I don't have any kids. I just have fur babies. I have 4 cats, technically 5, and they were all, 4 of them were rescue cats, and 1 was from our next door neighbor. As far as what made me decide to create a YouTube page, I started out in making music videos. So like anime music videos was how I started, and then I started making role-playing music videos. Just taking clips from different TV shows, setting them to music, doing transitions, that kind of thing. And actually what ended up making me want to do unboxes was watching other influencers do them. Just Anne was definitely one of my favorites. I did enjoy Abadabs and She Crafty, but I did start with and Jen Loves Reviews, but Just Anne was kind of my inspiration to start my own YouTube channel. I have had this channel since like 2006, but again, it was all music videos, and now I am, well, a lot of you can attest to how much I've grown, and I'm super appreciative of each and every one of you, and I love that YouTube has given me a chance to kind of grow, meet new people, and interact with others. So yeah, that's what made me create a YouTube page. Now, I don't know how to say this lovely lady's name correctly, so the questions and who she is just going to be scrolled here. She asked me, did your partner know you were doing YouTube when you first started, or did you tell him later? So my husband knew that I had a YouTube channel back when I was making music videos. However, once I started doing unboxings, I actually didn't tell him I was doing it till about 2 months in. Like, I started out unboxing Ipsy, and I was so nervous about being on camera. I was shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. And then afterwards came Boxycharm, and then I got a little out of hand with my subscription boxes. But I mean, he did know about my channel. He just didn't. He actually, when I told him I was going to start doing unboxing videos and actually be in front of the camera, he was kind of concerned. I did have a problem growing up with bullying and a really low self-esteem, and he was worried that I would get haters or trolls or just people trying to, I guess, pull me down. So he was worried. So far, I mean, I've been active like in front of the camera for about a year, and I haven't really had any bullying. I haven't had any, distasteful comments. I do go through what everybody goes through where people will subscribe and then unsubscribe. Recently, I did have somebody unsubscribe to me that it kind of hurt me that she did, because I always thought her and I were on the same page. We subscribed to the same people. She was on every like one of my videos for, I would have to say, like at least 3 months straight. The first time I reached out to her, and I'm not going to mention her name because yeah, I just think it would be distasteful for me to mention who she is. I don't think she is watching the video, but on the off case that she does, she will know this is about her. I reached out to her. I actually reached out to her. I messaged her. I asked her if, I did something that upset her, kind of apologized if I did. And she wrote me back and said, no, nothing, no problem, and she subscribed back to me. So I subscribed back to her. And then a couple months go by and she's gone again. She unsubscribed, no rhyme or reason. And this time I did not reach out to her again. I unsubscribed from her. And that's it. That's all that is. So yeah, I did venture off track with that question. All right, the next question is from Debbie Noblash. I probably mispronounced her last name. Her question is, if you could invite any three people from now or in the past, who would they be? I'm not sure what I'm inviting them to. Maybe inviting them to watch my channel. Any three people, I guess, would have to be my grandfather. He's been passed a few years. Any three people, man, that's hard. That's a hard one. I only have one, and I have to answer the question honestly. I can't really think of anybody else, and I'm not really sure what Deb was getting at with that question. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm damn. Sorry, Debbie. Next question is from Danielle Thompson. Hi, Danielle. She's not great at asking questions. Well, guess what? Apparently, I'm not good at answering them. She said she'll think of something, so I guess I should have just skipped her. Sorry, Danielle. Okay, Judy Fortunes. Judy's actually new to my channel, so hello, Judy. Her question is, what's your favorite food and if I have any allergies? So my favorite food would have to be sushi. I do really enjoy sushi. I enjoy pastas. And, but yeah, no, sushi has to be right up there. I'm mildly lactose intolerant, but I still eat ice cream. I just can't drink milk on its own. I cannot stomach it. Milk would have to be one of the things that I try to stay away from, but dairy isn't everything. But I cannot just sit and have like a full glass of chocolate milk. So that would have to be any allergies that I have. And I do have really sensitive skin. I have not really sensitive, mild sensitive skin, and I do burn easily in the sun. So, I mean, it's cold in Alberta. It's not too bad. BBV, that's Brandy. Brandy asked me, what places have you been on vacation and what places are you hoping to visit in the future? Well, I have stories. But I'm not going to share them. I've shared some on my story times earlier in my on my channel. I've done that. I've been to Texas. I've been to Tennessee, Niagara Falls, Ontario. I've been to Vancouver, Chicago, North Dakota, Florida would have to have been my favorite. And yeah, so I mean, I haven't been to a lot of places, but my favorite was definitely Florida. I love Universal Studios. I've been there twice. I can't wait to go back a third time. And as far as where I'm hoping to visit in the future, I would love to visit the Philippines. I would like to visit England and Japan, definitely. I would love to go on a cruise someday, even though cruises apparently aren't the best. And Hawaii. And I would really looking forward to hopefully going to Universal Studios in Florida again. And she also asked me, what do I look for when buying foundations? Undertones. I do look for undertones. I look for foundations that have cool undertones. I noticed that warm undertones are definitely more common in foundations. And yeah, so usually it's really hard to find foundation that has cool undertones. It's usually neutral or warm. So, like, I mean, I wanted to get Wander Beauty foundation as an Ipsy add-on, but the lightest in Fair has warm undertones, which is not really going to work for me. I also look for a foundation that won't cake. I do prefer liquid over powder foundations. And yeah, so I guess whatever undertone. I go online and I see what kind of undertone the foundations have. And Lori Latimer, she asked, how old are you? You never ask a lady's age. Are you married and do you have pets? So I am 38 years old. Yeah, almost 40. I am married. I've been married since 2008, so I can't math. I know it's over 11 years. I think we're going to have our 12th anniversary this year. That's a long time. And we have technically five cats. My mother-in-law has the female cat. So yeah, just cats. Thank you, Laurie. And Alex Hart asks, what are your thoughts on doing support for support? So I know that, I've heard from some people that it's bad etiquette to ask somebody for support. I do when it comes to support for support channels. If there is a channel that's specifically hosting a support for support, like that's the intent of their video, then yeah, I will ask for support. But I will not go randomly to somebody's channel and just ask them, okay, I've supported you, now support me. I don't do that. I do this support for support channels, or if yeah, that's usually what I do. Once in a while, I will let somebody know that I've supported them, and I would appreciate it if they support me back, especially when I was trying to get over that hump between 950 and 1000. When I was there, I pushed for, I think it was a week straight, where I was on support for support, following the people that, put their name down. And I did that, and I did manage to grow my channel, and a lot of the people that I supported in that way are still supporting me. So there are people out there that are legit, and I will use the word genuine. But for me, you have to have your subscription list public if you are looking for support. Just because too many people will reach out, get your attention, even though they haven't supported you. Or they will support you until they get your attention, support you back. So I've had a few channels, at least in the last week especially, reach out, say, hey, I've subscribed to you, subscribe to me back. And I go, yes, their channel list is public, but guess what? I'm not on there. So yeah, they didn't really support me. So my thoughts are, it works for some, It's a good way to grow the community. Just don't be too hard on yourself if people unsubscribe, because it happens all the time. But I will tell you one thing: I will stay genuine and loyal and honest. And I will support those who support me through support for support. As long as they stay supporting me, I will stay supporting them. Because why else? Why wouldn't I? And last question from Alex again is, how did you get your start on YouTube, and do you have any recommendations for anybody that wants to start creating content? So back earlier when I answered the question, I started off with music videos. For those of you that are looking to make videos yourself, it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of having your own, I guess, do it to enjoy it. Don't start creating content in hopes that you will get 1,000 subscribers in the first week and 4,000 watch hours in the next. It's not going to happen like that. Unless you are going out and doing the work, meaning that you are joining for support, you're getting your channel out there, you're not going to do it overnight. I don't care who you are, even if you get a lucky break. I mean, it takes work. And there are very few people that have YouTube as a full-time job. This is not a full-time job. YouTube should be a hobby. And for those of, there are YouTubers that do it full-time, that have, money coming in, whose videos have like 10,000 watches within like the first hour. Don't aim for that. I recommend aiming to make the channel for you. Your memory. An online photo album. The nice thing about YouTube is what you put on, as long as you follow the rules and don't get your channel, taken down, it's your own photo album. It's your own video album. It's you. It's your memory forever and ever and ever online. I mean, heaven forbid, there are natural disasters that happen, like fires and floods and all that unfun stuff where your photo albums get destroyed. Those memories are gone. But this is always here. This is something that your children, your family, your friends can look back on and have memories. So I did shift my focus on my channel just recently, where I've been worried about getting monetized, and I've been like stressing out, and 1 week I will lose 6 subscribers, the next 2, and I do, even on my support for support videos, my shout outs, I've gone back and say, hey, within the last week that person unsubscribed. Well, that sucks. Or my watch time hours don't go up. Or I say something that offends someone. It happens, but the most important thing to remember is this is your space. This is your home. It's like inviting people into your home and sharing advice, sharing inspirations, information. Do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else but you. Alright, so that is my Q&A. It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I did get off topic while staying on topic. I just want to say that I appreciate everybody that asked a question. I appreciate everybody that sat through this whole video. And keep being shining stars and having a shining star day. Bye.